Let's rock and roll.
Hello.
Hey, good evening, folks.
Hi. Hi, Scott.
Did I spell theater wrong or what, Lori? Oh, this isn't Broadway. She said you spell theater TRE. Nothing America. How's everyone hanging tonight?
Wednesday.
Little bit later dinner, and then we seen other friends were live, so we decided to start a little later tonight.
Can you believe it's the end of February already?
I know, right?
March 1st. Yeah.
It's going quick.
It is.
It seems like just last week they had that insurrection.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're trying to investigate it. Everyone's going to jail. Woo-hoo.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Mystery Theater.
How everyone doing?
Glad you're here.
Happy Wednesday.
Get the party started.
I have 5 on the list, but if it goes too long, we're going to skip the last one and do it another time about the Alice in Wonderland and Lewis Carroll. If we don't get to that one, we'll do another time. That was about the relationship of those two, which is kind of interesting.
Yes.
But anywho, we want to start with stone circles.
Because if the show goes too long, I fall asleep is the problem.
Well, it is later, and it's getting near your bedtime, isn't it?
That's right.
Pamper up, get some shut-eye. Oh, so I noticed a few people complaining about
your glare.
Yeah, so I got some new ones on order, folks. Hopefully they don't have that glare. So if I go like that,
did you get the anti-glare glasses? Yeah. I wonder if they could do an anti-glare on top of the ones you already have.
These are readers. These are readers. I have other glasses too that are bifocal, but when I wear them, it's like that to read because the bottom is bifocal on the bottom. So I'm trying to be aware of the glare, but anywho. So there's stone circles all around the world. They look like odd Stonehenges, right? So where was that? We'll click on pictures.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one of the pictures so people can see it. Brighten up. So that one's kind of odd. Stones up and down in the ground.
There's top down. You'd see it like that. Like that.
Yeah. And that's the one in South Africa, which has circles in the middle, stone circles.
Yeah.
They're obviously some kind of diagram or for some reason, right?
Yeah.
It's not like people are like, hey, let's make a circle of huge ass stones, right?
Huge ass stones.
I'm sure they had, tractors and backhoes and cranes to put them in, back then. So,
So what were they?
Who were they? Who put these things in? Were they crazy people with magical powers that just willed them there?
Maybe.
Or did like natural disasters just make them pop up? Like pressure on the ground just popped up a whole bunch of...
Is it naturally occurring?
Right. Naturally occurring just pop. No? Not perfect? No. All right.
I don't think so.
Don't think so? Let's see. Let's see what the old magic tarot cards have to say.
Hi, Susan. Susan Skyring's here from Australia.
Hi, Susan. Hi from Aussie.
Go check her out, everyone. She's got a YouTube channel, Susan Skyring. I believe we're reading on Friday night, aren't we? I think so.
Oh, you and Susan are?
Yeah,
Lovely.
lovely. What?
Lori's question. Mystery question. Why does Tucker Carlson still exist? Because Fox News enjoys racism and lies.
Oh, geez. Hang on.
They're still feeding the beast.
You're going to get everyone in trouble, and we haven't even pulled a card yet.
It's still funny. Stone circles around the world.
Me too, Susan. Okay. Stone circles. What's going on? Wait.
I kind of feel like predated.
They're old.
Like predated Stonehenges. When Stonehenge became the one, the other ones were targets. Weird. Oh, shoot.
Shoot.
Yeah, shoot. Bang.
What shoot?
I need to clarify a couple.
How come you're so low on the There.
Better?
Yeah. I was like 20 feet tall or something.
Oh, my bad.
You were at the kids' table.
Can I come up and play?
No.
Okay.
Okay, come on, let's get serious. Oh, well.
No, it's trying to adjust this instead of a laptopper. Okay. Civilizations on Earth are tens of thousands of years older than archaeological claims. True. Okay. Well, I threw some cards to clarify. I am not getting aliens. But I'm not getting earthbound either, kind of thing.
Well, I don't even know what I'm getting here. So I clarified as well.
I know, I'm weirded out by this. This is strange.
I see them building it. Okay. Then I have the high priest. I wonder if it was. So then I asked. Oh, wait a sec. I have the high priest, and then I have two water cards. And I was drawn to the water cards, thinking it had something to do with water. So I asked first if it was a religious site. I got no. Like not that was not the original build. Was not for religion. And then I asked if it was about water, and I did get my water card, but I still don't understand.
I got a lot of water too.
Do you think they were pools of water, like water wells? No. Some of the lower ones, maybe. What are they?
Well, very far from the past. And I'm getting something about celebrations around these stones, around these areas.
This could be destruction from water. So, there was an ancient cataclysm that, like Noah's Ark, whatever you want to call it. We all understand in the past there was some major water event that happened on the earth that toppled things over, knocked things off, probably wiped out a bunch of species. I wonder if these circles were toppled over from the force of all the water.
Okay, Connie said maybe they were praying for water. And Julie is saying ancient builders used telepathy for powers to move blocks and stones. Correct. Definitely something like that. But this is around the world. I'm not getting a world card, though, which is weird. I'm not getting, except for the moon is the only card I'm flopping. And even in my clarify about, anything above.
Well, speaking of above, we see looking into the water, the reflection, we're in a circle, and you just said above.
I got the 7 of Cups too.
Right? Were they trying to create a symbol below that looked like above, like a circle of stars or planets? I don't know. Or it's a way.
They got the Queen of Cups next to it, and that's the source of water. The Guardians.
Oh, apparently Stargates are like a layer of water that I watched someone talk about this on YouTube. Someone who understands this stuff in a Stargate. Remember the movie? I don't remember it too well, but there was like this
things have to connect to make a Stargate, yes.
The water circle?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a Stargate, some kind of.
Well, in the center of that Stargate, when they went through, it was like, it was all clear, but it was water in the middle. Whatever. Yeah.
I wonder if they're Stargates. Let's see.
Portals to the center of the earth?
Yeah, something. These stone circles. Yeah, anything to do with Stargates.
God.
You never pick an easy one, do you?
I didn't think this was going to be this hard. You'd be like, boom, aliens made it for some kind of portals or, signs from above, that kind of thing. Nope. That's not it. And it's confusing me.
I don't know yet. I don't know.
Lifetime of knowledge. Okay.
Possibly trying to connect.
Which deck? Maybe I grabbed the wrong deck, right? This one? This one. All right. Let's try again. See if I can get more clarity.
Roxanne, when reaching other planes, usually in a small room. So if they were in small confined areas in these circles, or, maybe the energy field. Yeah, water, reflection. That 7 of Cups I'm drawn to. Ace of Cups.
It almost feels like some kind of worship thing. Messages.
I tried to clarify on religion and I didn't get it.
Well, it isn't really religion, because if you're praying praying to someone. It makes sense in that small area. You have all these stones around you.
But the only thing is there's no entrance. It's complete circles, right?
I mean, like you were saying, it's, let's say you have all these stones around. People just walk in and pray or sacrifice, like Jeff said. Messages of loss, what I'm feeling. So it feels like, but they did it around the world. So somehow, like maybe using these stones made it energetically more powerful to pray or chant out communication for rain or something, praying for rain. Or Donald says, I've seen a history where they suggested it was done by paganism for rituals and communication. Yeah, I do think it has something to do with astrology.
I pulled a spirit card. So this one comes out as a circle. It looks kind of tribal or pagan, maybe. And these glowing lights across it make me feel like it's communication. The word on it is right. Right could mean as in to write the future, like maybe it was somewhere where they went and prayed to, make it rain or talk to the gods or. But you see how it's a circle and then there's circles within the circle. It feels like a stargate, a connection, a port. At least they believed it was.
And here I got the the water coming out again. I think I can't remember who threw. Excuse me. Someone got their ritual card. Oh, Jeff did. Something predestined or ordained. Yeah, I think it was something to do with rituals.
I got the expansion card. So it could be a place where, again, they felt they could communicate to the gods, or it felt. And the color is blue on this card. Like maybe they built it in such a way that the sound vibration or the vibration of the earth in that area help them expand their mind, connect. Not so much as in a church, you know what I mean, but in more of a sacred site.
Right. This feels like pre-church.
Yeah. And the fact that it's in different countries across the planet and they look similar, like was it one tribe who went across the earth doing this, or did everyone do it? Was it taught from before?
It feels like it was taught by someone higher.
Like an alien.
Could have been aliens coming down or angels. It's like they were worshiping something or praying to something or ritualizing to something,
Yeah.
but something higher had to have moved them into those positions than people.
Unless they were giants.
Oh, good point. 40-foot giants walking around carrying stones.
They can do that.
Yeah. So the Queen of Swords came out twice in two different throws. That seems important. Feminine energy of power.
Julie says knowledge from Atlantis spread worldwide. It could be the survivors from Atlantis, survivors from the flood, Great Flood. Flood, probably been a few over the centuries.
Definitely feels something about loss, though. Like energetically praying or ritualizing to the death of people. Like it would be when someone dies, you go in this area and send them, ritualize to send them to heaven, kind of thing. So they have the Hierophant here that feels like high order type ritualizations.
Well, I tell you, I just shuffled and I got the number 7, and I couldn't figure out what the heck that was. But 7 could be your top chakra. It's also the color. It also could be the 7th dimension. It could have been a place where they were connecting.
It feels like energetic places. Like you could connect to, like you said, the 7th dimension or into heaven or something like that. This next throw, I did have the Chariot card in the middle, which is my ship's card for our friends up above. The hits are just not coming on this. I mean, like boom, boom. You know what I mean?
It might be something we've never read on before, so we're, trying to decipher it.
Wow. 7 is a sacred number for divine people, or what?
It's a sacred to a lot of people.
Well, I'm a life number 7. Does that count? Well, if you like watching weird stuff, Beth, solve this one for us.
I think it's people connecting there. I've got the water sign, I've got the circle, I've got the people, I've got under the influence and otherworldly. So trying to get up above.
Yeah. Well, there's one in South Africa, Don, yes, but they're around the world.
Seven is life path spiritual. Yeah. I think it's very old. They're very old.
Yeah, very old.
Very old.
It's almost like they survived the Great Flood.
Yeah, the remnants of them did. And that they were for some type of connection to other dimensions or other worlds.
Something like that.
And I wonder if the water is the symbol that they were destroyed by water, or if water played a role in their existence, or if water was the teleportation symbol for us. I don't know.
Cecilia, no, Trump will not take over the GOP, and he's not starting his own party because the man's going to jail, and so are his kids. So no party going on there. It's just a compromise. he's got on everyone. So stone circles are mysterious, but you do sense there was some type of rituals going on. It feels like inside, strategically placed, may have something to do with the moon or the moon cycles to where it would be. So, still mysterious,
Yes.
but some kind of high intelligence had to move those things.
That
Best hoodie yet. What? Vegas?
I bet we could do 2 hours on this topic. So maybe we'll cut it here, and maybe another time we just do an episode on that or individually and see what we get.
Okay.
Because it's really very interesting.
It does. I mean, it's not like booming. There must be more to it. But, all right. The next topic was, is it Ascended Masters? So we've all heard of Ascended Masters. And there's a lot of different thoughts of what Ascended Masters may be. Tradition are believed as spiritually enlightened beings who are past incarnations, who are ordinary human beings, who have undergone spiritual transformations called initiations. So, who are these masters of wisdom? So, in essence, you're reincarnated enough to ascend your soul to get that place of like near perfect love guided ordinance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not just that you're reincarnated a bunch of times, it's that you've learned your lesson.
You learned your lesson. Yes.
Yeah. You graduated to the highest of highest.
Right. Now I was trying to think what that term is. But you reach a peak where you're good enough to be an ascended master through your learning process. So, is an ascended master, are they on this earth now teaching people? Or are they angels now? Or are they spirit guides? Who are these ascended masters?
Okay. You want to ask one sort of thing at a time, or how do you?
I think I'll just try 6 cards and see what I get first. Generally, who are ascended masters?
This is not the right deck. I don't even know what deck you even touched. Right? What? Well, when in doubt, Old Faithful.
The ones you drew?
Yes.
What I'm getting here is that ascended masters have reincarnated and evolved enough to achieve balance and the source of love within our source creator to be offered a higher reward. Here's the offer, Page of Pentacles, to be offered a higher reward to be a master because they've met that challenge with this Wheel of Fortune. Everything's balanced together. We have the Lovers. In the center of all here is your offer, your Three of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, everything comes together. Then I have King of Wands, King of Coins, and Justice. I think these are reincarnated beings that are offered the chance to be guides. When you've learned enough, you ascended enough, you've lived numerous lives, and then you have met that criteria, ascended to that high enough level to be offered a chance to be a guide. In my sense, guides are like 90% spirit entities, not reincarnates. I don't get nothing here that shows me they're living beings. To me, it feels like they're guides.
Well, people have lived and then become ascended masters, like Buddha or Jesus. So they do live. But
you don't get that knowledge on Earth. You get that knowledge from above, is what I sense. Sure, you can be a spiritual teacher on Earth, but it doesn't make you mean that you know all, because on Earth you feel pain, you feel sorrow, you have a heartbeat. If you're an ascended master, you would know all. I can't sense that Buddha didn't cry. You've ascended to the highest level to be a guide, to be like an angel. When you're on Earth, you're not ascended. You've descended on Earth, become one with Earth. If you ascend, you rise up. We could clarify.
Well, I'm just giving this some thought. Like, to me, let's take Jesus or Buddha. Let's take Jesus. Well, I don't know who to take. But they've gone through enough life that they have ascended in living form. They understand everything. They are one with the universe. They are light. They get it, right? They have ascended so far, whether through reincarnation or whatever it is. They've connected. They've ascended. They understand. They passed all the classes. Now they become even more after they pass it from this physical form. I feel like they rise up and then they become, right at the top, right? Just right under source, right? Like the top level. Because, and maybe It's such a big subject, and I want to be careful with what I say, right?
No problems.
So I just like the cards I got was trust. So they trust the universe, they understand the universe, they get it. Third eye, their intuition, their comprehension is phenomenal. They see and understand everything in a moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are timeless. Time does not matter to them, right?
Time would matter if you were Jesus. Time would matter if you were Buddha, because you're on Earth. Time means something.
The time
you have you have meditation scheduled at noon. Time means something.
Come on.
No.
Their human body would understand time, but their consciousness, their spirituality transcends time. Because they understand that their physical body is just for so many years, but they are more than their physical body. I think they also understand the complete difference between good and evil. And once they pass, they go on to be like that angelic thing you were saying, like this complete, perfect entity, which means they have ascended. Like once they really understand the difference and become pure, they become an ascended master, and that is where they find balance. Right, we're right there, and they understand all the secrets. They understand everything. They understand everything. The earth, the universe.
The earth, universe.
All of it.
I tossed the 2 cards if ascended masters are earthbound. Nope.
But I don't understand how you can say that, because, for example,
geez, I don't know why I got something in my throat. When you become an ascended master, you are not currently earthbound. That's my question was.
You mean you only get
ascended master, are you earthbound? Are you here on earth as an ascended master? My throat says no. Judgment, Magician, Queen of Cups. I was looking for Pentacle. Queen of Pentacles, something that suggests substance. Judgment, we have an angel. A magician knows all, sees all. Queen of Cups is that loving energy.
I don't know. I think they're in human form, because how else do they get there? They have to become human to learn and understand, right? So then
you reincarnate. Let's say we're on this topic now. Each of us live 50 more years, and we've been doing YouTube for 50 years, right? We've ascended, we've learned our dues, and then we pass on. We get up to heaven and you meet God and all the angels, and Archangel Michael comes up to you and says, "You've paid your dues. You can be ascended master now. And you can go guide your grandchildren or something." That's what I think it is. When you paid your dues on down here and you totally get it, and you go up and do your contract and you talk about it, and all of a sudden the old man comes in with Archangel Michael and the other 11 come to an agreement. You've made it. You can be a guide. That's what I think an ascended master is.
That's not what I think it is. And that's okay. We can have 2 different opinions.
That's right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's what my senses are. When I think of Buddha, when I think of Muhammad, Jesus, a pharaoh, whoever's our great teachers have passed.
But they were great teachers on earth.
Right.
So they were
You get that
ascended
way.
masters on earth because they already
No, they
knew.
were great teachers on earth. They were spiritually aware. It doesn't mean they're an ascended master.
So
They
people
were masters of their
maybe
spirituality.
maybe the second word is what I'm stuck on. So you say guides, spirit guides. My understanding is anyone could be a spirit guide. It doesn't have to be an ascended master.
No, I don't think so. You have to, I feel like you have to be chosen. Kind of like the draft. You can go up and pass away and you go up.
How do I say this gently? I think a ascended master is a higher ranking than a spirit guide.
I heard no.
Makes sense. If that makes sense.
Well, then we're talking angels, archangels. See, spirit guides, like I said, we talked about this before, and our we have two spirit guides from the start. Since our evolutionary process of lives, we have two guides. And what I get is they're splits of our source creator. God split in all these little entities to become guides. Okay. But then you have these other guides that come in and out through need. And sometimes it was a living person at one time where they've ascended enough and learned enough to be a guide. That's where I get is where an ascended master is.
I think we have two interpretations of what an ascended.
A master of Einstein was a master of science. Was he an ascended master? No.
I think an ascended master, so you have God or source, the ultimate thing is here.
Mm-hmm.
The ascended master is the next tier down. Okay? It is a level of it's as close as you can get to the top level. Then below that is everything else in varying degrees down the ladder. That's
No,
what I think. And I think ascended masters do live on the earth in human form, either to share what they know or to learn something.
like Barb said,
They're almost at the.
like Barb said, there are angels. There's angels down on down. You have your source creator, you have God, you have archangels, you have cherubs, you have seraphims, then you have our alien friends, then we have spirit guides, all the way down. Both bewitched. I love you, but you're not going to convince me anyway, because this is what they're telling me. They're telling me they have done their process enough to be spirit guides for a person. You're good enough, strong enough, loving enough to guide someone, to whisper in their ear. You say you're wrong, Scott? What's that supposed to mean? No, I'm just telling you what my guides are telling me. And Andrea thinks differently. That's okay. There's a discussion. I just can't change because this is what I believe and feel. And I tossed cards and it said, no, they are not earthbound. My cards said no. People need levels, not God. We use vocabulary to attempt to comprehend humans.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Julie, they know who they are. It doesn't matter if we can't figure it out.
Well, I would certainly hope our guides. Well, I'm using my guide, and they're telling me. That's what they're telling me.
It's possible that we are not
I mean, it is just a word.
we may not, you and I in the human form right now may not be connecting on the right words, and maybe we're interpreting different titles or words differently. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. We can both be right.
I'm just going by the interpretation of what WikiLeaks says, Wikipedia says, ascended master.
I go to Wikipedia when I want to know about ascended masters.
Just what the words say. Spiritual enlightened beings who passed incarnations, who were ordinary humans,
Yeah.
but have undergone a series of spiritual transformations called initiations to become ascended masters. According to what this says, they're not human. You've ascended enough through your incarnations of spiritual transformations to be initiated to be an ascended master. The masters of ancient wisdom. But it also says some differ in some aspects. So my interpretation is my conclusion of what I was saying. No, you're right, Suzanne. It does not say an ascended master can come back or not. I'm so confused. There you go, Marianne. Cool. In any route, ascended masters are pretty high quality people.
I'd say so.
They've learned a lot. They've gotten to that vibrational love energy that's so high to be an angel or to be on the God level. They paid their dues. They've learned. So Jesus learned enough to die for us? Does that make him an ascended master? Yeah. Okay.
And he was alive, right?
Yeah, he faked his death, according to some theories. Babaji is an avatar on Earth. Stay on Earth. Wilson on Home Improvement is ascended master. Ask the 8-ball. Babaji, I don't know.
I think this is what I'll say, just to my last statement on this is
Yep,
to
you
me,
go ahead. I said my piece.
an ascended master is someone who understands just about everything. They're as close as the top as you can get. And that ascended master may or may not live in the physical form on Earth. If they choose to do so, I think they probably do. But that's just what I think. Ascended master is someone who just has the complete understanding. I think we both agree on that.
Yes.
Yeah, we both 100% agree on that. It's
Yep.
the ultimate in knowledge.
Here's another thought. Are archangels ever been human? Because Nancy was just asking about higher archangels.
Mm-hmm.
Ascended masters have gone through the reincarnation process.
Can't angels take human form even for a while?
Thank you, Jeff. Bless you.
Thank you.
We are highly ascended just to be able to come on Earth. You can be a horrible person and not be allowed to come back. It's up when you go above, go back above, and you do your contract, and you look at your all the other lives, and then you round up spirit guides and archangels, and they tell you you're not coming back. You're not coming back. If you're going to be another Hitler or something, they're like, nah. Marianne says archangels are never human. That's my sense. Just like spirit guides. The spirit guides.
Archangels, it doesn't feel they were humans, but they can take human form if they want.
You mean they can jump?
If I
Or
think
be human.
they can appear human, yeah.
If an angel has a soul, they can take human form as human.
Hmm. I'm sorry, I just have to say one more thing. So we'll take Buddha, for example, Scott.
Go ahead.
Buddha, okay, the Dalai Lama is a reincarnate of Buddha over the years, right? Once one passes, they go and they find the next one who is reincarnated. They usually find the child.
So I say, yeah. Could be just a tradition too. I was just throwing something out. Continue. My apologies. Continue.
So the theory is they find him, he's reincarnated. They find the Dalai Lama again. He's an ascended master in human form, reincarnating and remembering himself each time. Anyways, I gotta go to bed soon. Are we gonna read on anything else?
What? We've only been on 52 minutes. Hey, it's still a cool topic, but they're saying that
fantastic topic, and I had a feeling it was going to end up like this because I think, to be perfectly honest with you, it's not a subject for us to really decipher because
why not?
It's far bigger than us. Well,
so was time, and so was the finding that source entity feeling. We found those. You've experienced those. You were get out when you found source.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Correct, Alexander. That's my senses that archangels have never had human life. And what I'm told is that everyone's two spirit guides have never seen life. They're splits of our source guide creator. Oh, burping. Jesus. Above our pay grade. All right, we can go that one, Renee. Messengers of light with allowing our free will. Okay. Next. The serpent mound.
Okay.
I can't remember how many. There's a lot of. Was there a lot of serpent mounds or just one?
There's just the one, I believe.
Just the one? They think it was built around 300 BC, located in southern Ohio. 411 meters long. Native American structure has been excavated a few times, but nothing mysterious was found inside this serpent mound. Just rich soil.
So no human remains or anything like that is what you're saying, right?
No remains, no pottery, no arrowheads, nothing weird. Serpent Mound is located over a high plateau overlooking Ohio Brush Creek.
Trying to get the picture. Come on. So many ads pop up.
Some thinks it has spiritual purpose for the Native American cultures, revered snakes.
That's what it feels like. Because the Native American culture built a lot of those mounds along down the East Coast. Uh, I'm Canadian, serious, Lisa.
Where did Connie go? She probably knows.
It's what Canadians do. Sorry. Sorry. We start sentences with sorry.
So these mounds, this mound, other mounds, have been burial places.
Yep.
They could find things in there. But this has nothing.
And it's elevated. So yeah, I'm just trying to get a picture here. That's not a good one.
It looks perfectly coiled up this mountain.
It almost looks like it's a golf course on purpose. So let's see if I can. You see the snaky winding, and then there's a head, there's a tail, and then there's a head at the top. And to imagine after all these years, it's still there in that shape. And I don't know if you can see from the ground level, it is risen up probably a foot or so above the ground. So if anyone.
Connie thinks territory marker.
Mm-hmm.
Some archaeologists think they were built by giants. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, in the mouth holds the egg of life creation, says Julie. Because yeah, it shows the head of the snake, and then it does look like an egg-shaped thing in the mouth. I'm an ascended Canadian, Roxanne. You may now call me that, Scott.
You're a higher parallel.
Okay. Serpent Mound in Ohio. What are you? Ohio. They're getting the message. A snake shape is a type of message, and I think something to what Connie said, like a marker of a territory, like a tribal area. That even looks like the snake. I don't see alien. Don't, but hi, Pammy.
I think it was, my sense is that it was created to ward off bad spirits. Because it feels like the serpent is like revered.
A symbol of strength, or
Yeah.
what?
Strength, life. Something about flow. I'm feeling something about flow too. Like, isn't it on the side of a mountain or something like that?
Maybe
Like
you mean
like the head is up high, and then
like it's
like
point.
when you like it would digest, and it would have to go down the tail, and it looks like the tail curls up,
Mm-hmm.
and then it kind of like send it away. But it feels like something to get, like a symbol to get rid of bad spirits. To pray for water, transmutation. Snakes, serpents would shed skin, release the old.
Hi, Joel.
But it feels like it was a protection thing.
Yeah.
To send away bad
Yeah.
bad spirits or something.
The activist and then worry. So taking action against things you're afraid of, putting that symbol out there to ward off evil spirits or tribes or, unknown people that are, and then I have the home card. So like protecting the home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There, from the devil. There you go. From spirits.
Devil. Hi, devil.
Yeah. So protecting, yeah. I wonder if the direction of the snake has any.
Yeah, the head's up.
Is it north south or east west or?
The head is up higher on the side of the mountain or hill, whatever, and it flows down.
Goes
and
down.
then the tail goes into a swirl at the end. It feels like the rid that their lands of bad spirits. We got Page of Cups, and then the offer to rid anxiety, and then Ten of Cups, the home. That's what I think it was for. And then I have ending of Temperance, gaining our balance. Three of Cups, celebrations. Toasting cups, because bad spirits are gone. Are we in agreement with that, or are we going to argue over it? I mean, discuss it.
Yeah, I think it's to ward off evil spirits or threats of any kind. Yeah.
Nice. We got that one. We're 50-50 on the other one.
Yeah, but you know what, Scott? We have to remember, and it happens a lot. When we read on some stuff, we both see a different side of it. Remember, like when we read on some cold cases or whatever, you might see the victim, I might see the perpetrator, and we weave the story together.
Right.
So just because we may have been at odds with Ascended Master and what it means, clearly at the end of the day, we're not. The final result is we both agree it's way up there. Like it's right.
Way up there. Mm-hmm. It's beyond our pay grade, yes.
we might just see the different path to get there or something. It's not, I don't like arguments.
It's all good. You bet.
But I'll see you out back with my dukes up.
Well, I'm going to start swimming. Aquaman's going to start swimming because Wonder Woman can't catch him in the water.
Oh, yeah. Wonder Woman's going to get you. The gold lasso. Oh, yeah.
All right. The last one here, so Andrea can get to bed, was
what time is it? Oh, my God.
Lewis and Clark. about Lewis Merriweather. The question is, he does, all this adventure to explore the West for what president? Lincoln or whoever it was. And then he comes back and he dies. Or it was Thomas Jefferson, my pop. Appointed him to discover the other lands. He met a whole bunch of Native Americans, like 70 or something, different groups. But then, shoot, I'm trying to find it.
So he went to this town and he saw a lady of the evening, I believe, or a lady of the evening saw him and he cried out, help me. She heard a gunshot. She didn't go apparently because she thought she was scared, is what her story was. And in the morning when they found him in the room, not only did he have a gunshot to him, but he had been cutting his body with a razor. That's very strange.
Yeah. Diva says suicide. He thinks. Barb thinks he was murdered. Covered up.
Yeah, so the woman who saw him, maybe she was part of the, because she didn't go help him. She didn't call for help, but then why would she say anything? I don't really know.
Yeah. Historians conclude that his death was a suicide brought on depression.
Yeah, Diva says they speculate he was bipolar, possibly. We can see.
Yeah. This lady or whatever, the mistress of the tavern, heard a shot, and then Lewis exclaimed, "Oh Lord!" Second pistol shot. Lewis staggered out of his room. "Oh, madam, give me some water. Heal my wounds." Next morning, he was found cutting himself with a razor. Fatally wounded in the abdomen. So how did he make it all night? Fatally wounded in the abdomen.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Donald said he had syphilis and wasn't right in his head at the end of it all. Jeff says poisoned. Lots of scenarios. All right, well, let's see.
we're talking about Lewis Merriweather.
Of Lewis and Clark.
Of Lewis and Clark. Strangely died after his adventures. No one really knows the truth. Is it another fairy tale?
Lewis and Clark. What's his ultimate demise? Didn't it say? Oh, where did he go? Where did Scott go? Is he that mad about the reading we had? Oh, your computer crashed. Well, then I guess I get final say on Ascended Masters. It's my way. Scott, come back. Where are you? He said his computer crashed. He just texted that. He's probably on his cell phone. He's buying a new computer, and I guess, Scott, this is the right time to do it since your computer just crashed. That's right, Kathy. Now I'm running the show. Let's see. Poor Lewis. What did we see here? What do we see here? I think he had some legal troubles too. Because I do see the courthouse. I see the woman down the hall not helping him. She could hear it and see it. She made the decision not to help him that night, which is ultimately what ended him, because if she would have called for help, he may have lived. I do think he did it himself. And then we have the therapist at the base of the deck, which says to me he wasn't right in the head, unfortunately. Didn't get the help he needed. And it looks like, I think interesting that she saw this. She didn't do anything. That's too bad. Because I think he would have survived. So what do you guys want to talk about while Scott's not here? While he's rebooting his computer. Alice says, no way he was murdered. Well, that woman was watching. Maybe she did know about it. Beam me up, Scotty. Let's talk about Scott, says Pammy. I had the pleasure to meet Pammy last night. We had a little Zoom chat. Lovely, lovely to meet Pammy. She's a wonderful woman. Let's talk about Beth. Okay, let's talk about Beth. I'm going to have a reading with Beth soon. So that'll be interesting. Connie, what kind of things do you eat, Andrea? Something you can only get in Canada. Maple syrup? My grandfather used to have a maple syrup farm. And so I literally have been on the farm way out in the wilderness, gathering maple syrup from buckets on the trees, pouring them into the thing over the fire in the cabin. And I'll tell you what's delicious. Fresh maple syrup poured on top of fresh snow in the middle of the forest and eating it. That is a treat. That is something you don't forget. Even though it's really hard to carry all the buckets of sap back to the farmhouse cabin area. Okay. What else should we say? Poor Scott. It is so Canadian of me, isn't it? Yes, thank you. I wrote down Ascended Canadian because I think that's funny. I'm going to get a t-shirt. It's the best syrup, period, exactly. And it was pure, like it wasn't processed. So my grandfather would gather, and us would gather all the syrup, and then my grandmother would cook it. So you boil it down at the farm. So it's more of that sticky, because when it comes out of the tree, it's kind of watery. Then they boil it down in a big vat, and then that goes back to the house, and then she would filter it and I think pasteurize it with milk. And it was the best maple syrup in the world. They never sold it. Well, a little bit, but not really. It was mostly just for family. Ascended Canadian, William Shatner. Maybe. Who else would be an ascended Canadian? Scott! Hi, how'd you get in here?
Now that you're done, good show.
And we're done. Bye.
Well, I do have a new laptop coming, but
yes.
Yeah, you just cook it along, and then the dang thing just goes, there's an error, and it's all blue. Yeah, lovely. Anywho, yeah. What'd you decide?
It looks like he wasn't, altogether there, and he may have done this himself. But someone said no, he was murdered. So
That you were talking about some Canadian stuff, some pies or something.
they asked me what kind of food we have up here in Canada, and I started talking about maple syrup. And my grandparents had a maple syrup farm, and I collected that and helped make maple syrup as a kid.
Oh, cool.
Not an easy thing to do by any stretch.
Now Nancy wants French toast. Excellent.
Someone said Terry Fox. Don said, I said I was an ascended Canadian. I'm going to get that on a T-shirt. And Terry
Ascended
Fox.
Canadian.
Terry Fox is definitely an ascended Canadian.
Is there some kind of judgment on him?
I had the courthouse too. So I think that I think I read that didn't he have some legal battles prior? I had the courthouse as well. Connie says he carried maps of the land and he was murdered for them in a cabin he stopped at to get some sleep. Let's see. I want to clarify.
Not really seem legal, but it feels like he was when he got back, he's being judged for something when he got home.
So I just clarified, was he murdered? Like a basically yes or no question. His death was the first card out, moved on, medical. I think it was, as I say, maybe he had syphilis or he wasn't right in the head. Oh, shoot. Base of the deck, though. Uncover the secret. Yes. What? He was murdered. What do you see, my friend?
There's something that happened when he got home when he wanted to get away. Either he wasn't the star anymore or he was betrayed somehow by another male here. Maybe it was money, but I'm not seeing and sensing like devilish deeds or anything like that.
I still don't see someone doing it. I don't know. I think he might have been really drunk too. Or under the influence of some kind of drug. And just
I need some clarify here. I think he was betrayed some reason. But it doesn't say he was murdered. It may have been self-induced.
all right.
I'm not sensing Looney Tunes cards.
What happened to this?
Well, Antifa, that's not fair. You're supposed to agree with me.
Guys, I know you agree with me. Just don't tell him. Just don't hurt his feelings.
So weird. The cards aren't flopping clarity.
No, they're not. Quite frankly, they're not. I wonder if it was a combination of did someone try to kill him and it didn't work, so then he just tried to kill himself or cut out the bullet and ended up dying, or you know what I mean? Maybe it was a combination. Maybe they thought they killed him and they didn't, and he was in there trying to cut the bullets out. I don't know, right?
So maybe somewhat the account was correct.
Hi, look who's here. A nice baby. Ooh. Oh, nice baby. Who's a nice baby? 9 o'clock. Set your watch by it. Arrow wants something to eat at 9 o'clock. Snuggles and food. Hey, baby guy.
Yeah, tomorrow I think the Khashoggi report comes out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's a big guy?
Huh.
No, Julie.
What's Julie saying? Do you have to burp him?
Who's a big baby? Do you see anything? Did you clarify? Did you get anything?
I think we're all right. It was a combination of things. I mean, I'm technically not seeing him shot. The reports say, he was. There was something wrong with his health. Like he was being treated or trying to be treated, because I got the Eight of Pentacles a couple times. But I have actions taken too. Ace of Wands, Ace of Coins. Like he may have ended it himself because he couldn't take it anymore, kind of thing too. I got Strength, which makes me feel like he was sound mind and body. I mean, you know what I mean? Strength. And then I have Five of Pentacles, which is like lack of good health. And then Queen of Pentacles makes me feel like it could have been poison or some kind of substance. And we got praying to God kind of thing, the Hierophant.
Or is it it's not, it feels like a really strange combination of things happen. It's almost like, did someone shoot him? He didn't die. He tried to save himself, but he hurt him. He ended up dying. Or did he actually try to kill himself and then changed his mind, or realized he lived through it and then was trying to, it's a very weird energy.
I don't think he shot himself. I didn't get any cards or have any senses that he was wacko. Like losing it. Like some suggested syphilis or something. I didn't. There were some issues at home. You may have picked up some disease or something on the way on his travels. Some kind of poison. Jeff was getting poisoned.
But why would he be cutting himself up? They said when they found him in the morning, he was cutting himself up.
Whatever made him feel bad made him go kind of loony.
So then there's maybe the loony card. Like we shouldn't say loony. That's not the right thing to say.
Well, you know what I mean. Not quite straight. Not quite. That's what we mean by loony.
Because maybe there was a series of events that happened. Uh-oh, Scott's frozen. There he is. Yeah, maybe someone gave him something that made him, go off kilter.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like, he technically should be a hero for all the work he did, right? And I don't sense that at all. I mean, it's a combination of something. Like he may have been sick. I definitely got the Eight of Pentacles. That's working on the body. Something's wrong. And then I had actions taken with Ace of Wands. Something happened. So we got a combination. We got praying, secrets. I did have the High Priestess, so it's some secrets going on. Some dark things happened. I don't think it was murder. It's like it feels like he had something, or he was sick from something coming up after he got back from the trip or something, or ate something. But I don't think it was intentional. That's my sense of it anyway. He should never have found our people. No, that could be Aspie. I don't know. I didn't read the whole story, Connie. I don't know what was up with I don't think he did anything bad that I remember. I think they just explored. Lewis and Clark can be traced through Mercury in neutrines. He was betrayed by the United States for the work he did with Clark. He was very depressed. Okay. He could have been depressed, yeah. I did feel betrayal. Strange story. Mm-hmm. Strange story. A lot of strangeness tonight. A lot of strangeness. My computer goes on the blitz again.
Isn't it weird that it lets me stay even though you're the host and you disappeared? Mm-hmm. Are you there, Scott?
Yep. Sorry.
What you doing, Scott?
Reading.
Reading.
All right. Just trying to get her done. Okay, card of the night. The intelligence report of Jamal Khashoggi is coming out tomorrow. We already found out that the people that killed him were using MBS's planes. That ties them to Saudi Arabia doing it. So the Ascended Masters did it. Tugboat Annie wants to get back on that one. Well, hopefully, if the Joy isn't messing with the mail, I'll have my new laptop Monday.
I got Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. What a beautiful card. Unlock the magic within you. Thanks, Nancy.
The Princess. Page of Cups. Studious, responsible, cheerful, mischievous. Happy news coming the way. Well thought out plans go perfectly. Needing a little push. That's the Page of Cups. So cheerful times.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for being here.
Jeff says he loves tonight's show. Thank you. Yeah. Very animated show tonight.
Jeff did all the work.
Thank you, Jeff.
Darn computer going out. Fun.
Yep. Just think about how happy you'll be with the new computer.
Hopefully it won't crash. But then you got to set up everything. Bummer. Oh well, should be fun. Well, thanks a lot for everyone for being here. Love you all. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you, Scott.
For this spirited conversation. You have an ascended sleep.
I will.
Excellent. Bye. And computer.